Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of Out in the Open with Dr. Ja, where real conversations lead to real healing. I'm your host, Dr. Margot Lewis Ja, and today's episode is one that sits heavy on the heart, but it's full of hope. We're talking about second chances, what it means to be seen beyond your circumstances, to be offered dignity when the world has overlooked you, and to believe that healing is possible no matter how far gone things may seem. Because at the intersection of mental health and homelessness, there are too many stories left untold. Stories of struggle, survival, stigma. But sometimes there are also incredible transformations. This episode is a call to compassion. It's a challenge to see people not for where they are, but for who they can become if given a second chance. And speaking of second chances, our spotlight today is on a powerful example of that very belief. Nina's Safe Haven is more than just a shelter. It's a sanctuary, a place built on love, structure, and the kind of support that turns rock bottom situations into new beginnings. So stay with me because what you're about to hear may shift the way you view not only homelessness, but healing itself.
Welcome to Out in the Open with Dr. Ja, the podcast where real talk meets real healing. Hosted by Dr. Margot Lewis Ja. This show dives deep into the raw, honest, and sometimes uncomfortable conversations that we need to have, with mental health at the heart of every episode. Nothing is off limits as we bring the tough topics out in the open. So sit back, get ready, and let's get real together.
Greetings, beautiful people, and welcome back to the Ja Experience. I am Dr. Margot Lewis Ja, and this is the platform where we talk about all things mental and sexual health. Today, I am being joined by a special guest, a wonderful woman who is doing wonderful things in the community of Wilmington, Delaware. Her name is Miss Kiana Stovall. And she is going to talk to us today about some of the initiatives that she's doing here in Wilmington in order to help the community. So, Miss Stovall,
Yes.
or can I call you Kiana?
You can call me Kiana.
Wonderful. And so I first like to start just by asking you a little bit about yourself personally. Tell me about yourself in your health career.
So I've been a CNA going on 6 years. Ended up having some health issues where I had to get out of the field.
Mhm.
So I end up working, trying to figure out how can I still care for people and still work in the healthcare field. I was a caregiver for
Okay.
private duty for 3 years for a well-known doctor,
Mhm.
and I still worked as a medical assistant and worked for him. So I was working 10 at night with him to 6 in the morning,
Mhm.
going into work from 7 to 5, and still having to take care of my daughter. It was like I wanted to do more.
Mhm.
I ended up looking into group homes. I wanted to open up a group home, but it's a lot into be opening up a group home. You have to have the funds. You have to have different things. So I was able to look up unlicensed group homes.
Mhm.
So that's how I was able to open up, Nina Haven.
Well, before we start talking about Nina's Haven, let me take it back just to something I heard you say.
Yes.
You talked about the hassle and the hustle and bustle, I guess, really with being a parent and wanting to be an entrepreneur and to be able to work for yourself, right?
Yes.
And that is something that as young African American women,
Yes.
that's a challenge for us to be able to do, to figure out how to navigate our homes as well as to raise a family and become an entrepreneur. Tell me a little bit about that before we talk about Nina's Haven.
So it's been difficult because my daughter is autistic. So
Okay.
it's a little challenge with that. Like if you don't have support or if you don't have people to help you, or it take a village to raise
Absolutely.
children. So
Absolutely.
working in the field, sometimes people don't understand or can't help. As in, like, jobs don't care if you have to take
Absolutely.
off to take care of your kids.
Absolutely.
So basically it's been difficult, but I'm up for the challenge. So
Mhm. When you say it takes a village, I know that you're implying that it takes a great deal for us as parents, as mothers, to be able to have that support to raise your children. Have you found that there is enough resources in the community for you to help support you and your daughter as you need?
So, as in school wise, I
Mhm.
think that's the reason how I found out she was autistic, because
Okay.
she had a good teacher and she was just like, I think
Very
she
good.
needs to get checked and just make sure, because I would have never thought, because she's verbal, she talks, she's doing every daily activity, but she's just sometimes she stims.
Oh,
Sorry.
she's okay. So she has stemming. Okay.
Okay, so it's days where she stems. So, I didn't know. Like, she liked to line stuff up. And that's just
Absolutely.
something I'm thinking kids would like to do. But,
Mhm.
you know, my mom will always tell me, like, I think you need to, it's something more. She's
Okay.
just not falling out for, no reason. So she said, so I'm happy that the school pointed it out and we were able to get her, checked out and assessed and,
Very good. Well, thank you for sharing that with me. And the reason I asked you about that, because there's always a backstory to what we do as people and who we are. And with Nina's Haven and Nina's Safe Haven coming, I know that it's important for people to know who they're in the hands of,
Yes.
right? And so being able to let people know you're genuine, right? And not just in your presentation as a business owner, but this is something that you do based on what you love.
Yes.
And that's important, because when we're talking about helping in our community, it's important to know the helping individuals that are there to take place, right, or to hold space for you, right? And you have apparently done that with Nina's Haven. And so tell me a little bit more about Nina's Haven, how it functions, and how this idea was birthed in the first place.
Okay. So what Nina Haven is a safe place to heal and grow.
Mhm.
So basically, we're an independent living home in the community of Newark right now. We're going to open up homes inside Wilmington. So like I said, I was a caregiver for 6 years. My grandmother, Nina, that's what is named after her.
Oh, very
She was a
nice.
caregiver for 39 years
Oh,
until she passed
wonderful.
on.
Okay.
So basically, I wanted to open up something in her legacy and just, expand, like, because she was a caregiver. She worked at Brandywine Nursing Home for 39 years. She died going into work
Wow.
inside the parking lot. And
I'm
they
so
named,
sorry to hear
yes,
that.
in 1996, the year that I was born. So I
Wow.
didn't get to meet her,
Okay.
but my mom put it in me with
Absolutely.
my grandmother, Nina, instilled in her.
And that is legacy.
Yes.
That's exactly what you're talking about.
Yes.
That's generational.
Yes.
Yeah, very good.
And she was such a good worker that they ended up naming the library after her.
Oh,
Brandywine
bless.
Nursing Home
Very
Library,
nice.
yes, after her. So basically, she put an impact inside the community, inside her nursing home that she was working at. So I want to, in the community of Delaware and Newark, and just let people know, like, caregivers, CNAs can make a big impact too.
A huge impact.
Yes.
I love that. That's a beautiful story, because you are literally not you didn't just name the house after your mother, your grandmother. I'm sorry. You are actually carrying on her legacy, right? And this is a legacy, as you said, this was right before you were born.
Yes.
And then your mother took what she had provided for her as a young woman and passed that tradition down to you.
Yes.
That's a beautiful story. Thank you for sharing that.
No problem.
And so tell me, okay, so the functioning of Nina's house,
Yes.
how and what's the functioning of it?
So basically, like I said, we're an independent living home. So basically, our patients have to know how to live independently. They have to know how to cook, clean up after themselves. So we are going to have shared living. So we're going to have shared rooms. I'm thinking of monthly, we're going to have meetings where we're going to have people come and talk. We're going to have a couple of people that I met at the Wilmington Vendor Exposure event come in and talk to them, different young ladies. I'm going to teach them how to save, because I wrote a book on how to save too.
Okay,
So
very nice.
I'm a big saver. So I'm going to teach them how to save. I'm just going to teach them the day to day just to get back on their feet. Some of these people are coming in are 18 and don't know how or never were
Absolutely.
taught how to save or how to live independent or, hygiene or anything like that. So I want to offer them more than housing.
Absolutely. Tell me, what's the age? What is the age? Is there an age limit? What's the range?
So 18 and older.
18
so you
and
have
older,
to
okay.
be 18 and older.
And are they are individuals who are going to be in Nina's Haven? Are they coming from a community referral in the community, or tell me how someone finds out or applies or gets set up to be a resident at Nina's Haven?
It's basically word of mouth. So, like how I met you at the Wilmington Vendor Exposure event, I've been going out every Friday because I do work full time during the week, Monday through Thursday. I've been going out Fridays, just giving out flyers, going to different places, just letting them know that we're out here in the community. So, basically, a lot of word of mouth and hopefully down the line partner with bigger companies and they can refer them in. So, I do have a couple companies that have been referring people in. So, I'm excited about that. It's like every day I'm getting a new intake form.
Very good.
So, yeah.
And so let's help, get this information out. So are you talking about individuals who do they have to be employed? I assume so, in order to help support the housing costs, or is this a supplemental?
So we are an income-based program. So basically, if you are working, if you're getting SSI, disability, or if you can have somebody sponsor you and pay for your rent for the month or a couple months. So basically, that's what we're doing right now.
Oh, so this is both short-term and long-term
Yes.
stay. Okay,
Yes.
very good. What is the responsibility for the individuals who actually come in and become residents? What would their day-to-day life look like?
So basically, some might be working. A lot of my clients so far are working.
Okay.
That are going to be inside the house. So if they're getting up in the morning, getting ready for work, coming home, cooking, I think the basic day to day lifestyle things. Besides, like if we have a monthly meeting, or if we have an outing, or if they need help with going to the grocery store, then I can help them with that.
Okay. And so I love the idea that you are working to incorporate all of these supportive functions, because you said something that was very important. Often, when we are out on our own or when we get started in life, there is not always that support system or the village already established. And it sounds like at Nina's Haven, you are providing individuals with those, not just the daily living skills that they need, but also with those skills that go far beyond, right? Those the ones that include financial assistance. How do you gather additional support from their how do they gather additional support from their community? You are offering inclusive interactions with other individuals from the community to be able to come in to help enhance what they're learning. For the individuals that are there, is there a mental health component that's taking place in a formal fashion? Because it sounds as if they are looking to get their life on track. Tell me what you have envisioned for that.
So right now, since we are not a licensed group home, I can't have a counselor come in to speak to them. But I'm going to have outsourced resources where they can have a resource board where they can look at, and I'm going to have different therapists that they can contact and reach out to. So like I said, like maybe the monthly meeting, I can have somebody come in and talk to them. But right now, I'm going to take that back. Like right now, I can't offer that right now at this time.
So you don't have those services on site.
No.
But what you're doing is connecting them with other individuals to be able to do so.
Yes.
Okay, very good, very good. Are there things that individuals coming into Nina's Haven cannot do?
So right now we are a judgment-free zone. We're people's second chance because sometimes people can't get housing because of their background or something that might have happened to them. So we are a second chance for them.
Okay.
So basically, we just try to have our patients or clients just be drug free,
Okay.
alcohol free. We are an alcohol free, drug free program.
Okay.
So that's the only thing that we
Okay.
have right now.
And that makes
Yes.
sense because I think that's a valid
Mhm.
request when you're trying to help someone get their life on track. Not that those individuals who struggle with substance abuse that they are not entitled to care, but you are clearly trying to help someone from a vantage point of they may already be clean and sober, and how do they pick up from there. And so that's wonderful. So I know that the independent living home that you currently have is Nina's Haven,
Yes.
but there are plans for you to develop Nina's Safe Haven.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
So Nina Safe Haven will be a licensed group home.
Okay.
So that's where we will be able to get funded by the state. And
Okay.
basically, they won't have to pay to be inside the program. So
Okay,
it'll be a
very
state program. So I'm in the works with working on that. It's just a long process, applications and,
Absolutely.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
back end stuff. So
Absolutely.
I'm working on that with Nina Haven. I'm able to build capital. I'm able to, just have everything in line. So when I do open up Nina Safe Haven, I can be set and everything can be right.
Mm-hmm. Tell me, can I go back to Nina's Haven,
Yes.
the independent one?
Yes.
How many individuals can live there?
So right now in our Newark house, we're going to have 7.
Okay.
Yeah, 7.
Okay. What is the most important thing for people to know about this process that you are creating for other individuals? What do you think the most important thing is?
I think the most important thing is you have to have a caring heart
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people are in for the wrong things.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not a caring person, you're not going to understand how to care for others. You can't judge. And I think a lot of people will judge the people that I'm going to house,
Okay.
or I wouldn't house that person in a house of mine. But we are a judgment free zone. So
Okay.
basically, I feel like you have to have an open mind
Mm-hmm.
and
Absolutely.
don't judge.
Absolutely. Are there things that individuals who live in the Newark or Wilmington community can do to support you? Something that I was thinking about as you were talking is individuals always need clothing,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Clothing, books, shoes, a variance of things, right?
Yes.
What, if anything, would you say would be the largest need that if we had to ask our audience, the individuals, the community of Delaware, how could they support Nina's Haven and Nina's Safe Haven? What would be the things you would ask them for?
So right now, I am, like I said, opening up Nina Haven in Newark location.
Mhm.
Grand opening will be August 10th. Hopefully you can come.
Okay.
So we'll have a grand opening where people can come in, look at the house, and our patients will be moving in on August 11th.
Okay.
So right now I'm just basically funding it by myself.
Okay.
So anything will help. I have a link on my website where they can donate.
Okay.
Household products, cleaning products, body wash, because maybe people can't really afford certain things, clothes. I'm going to try to have a food pantry inside the house
Okay.
where, like, some people might not be able to afford to buy food because times is very hard.
Absolutely.
So I'm looking just to have a bunch of resources where they can either go to different like places to get food, or if we can just have a pantry where they can grab and go, and I feel like anything but help.
Okay.
Yes.
Very good. Tell everyone where they can. I know you said on your website there's a link for donations.
Yes.
Tell everyone where, if they wanted to contact you or drop some items off,
Okay.
where they would be able to do that. And when she says items, I'm assuming that you would like, functional items that may be great quality furniture, lamps, pictures, things like that that would make a home, make a living facility really feel like a home. And so where can the public
So
those things.
yeah,
Mhm.
right now on my website ninasafehaven.com, I have a donation link where you can click on it. Also, for people that want to contact me and drop off things, I have my number on the website
Okay.
and my email. So basically, we need like bids,
Mm-hmm.
if it can be new bids.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
due to things that's I don't want.
Communicable. We don't
Yeah,
want it. Yeah.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
and blankets, sheet
Mhm.
sets, um,
In good condition that can be
yes,
washed and laundered.
yes,
Okay.
and
What about furniture? Are you in need of like furniture, decorations?
so right now I do have all the decorations, all the
Okay.
furniture. So I
Okay.
think I'm pretty good with that. Just mainly beds.
Okay.
Yeah, like twin beds because I'm providing with them a fully furnished house.
Okay.
So they're gonna have a twin bed. They're gonna have a mattress. They're gonna have a blanket. They're gonna have a pillow. They're gonna have everything to set them up for success. Toiletries, toothpaste, body wash, anything like that can be donated. Deodorant.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that you might think that somebody might need day to day
Mm-hmm.
could be donated.
Excellent.
Yes.
And you tell us the date again for the grand opening.
Yes. So grand opening is August 10th, 2025 at 2:30, where we can tour the house, look over everything. You can any questions that you have, you can ask me. We're gonna have a little short video about Nina's Haven, why we opened up Nina's Haven, and where it came from, and yeah.
Can people bring food or non-perishable donations at that time?
Yes, you can bring in at that time. Yes.
And blankets, winter will come again.
Yes.
Blankets and things of that nature. And you said the age is from 18 to adulthood.
Yes.
Do you know if it is it a unisex unit? Is it both male and female?
Yeah.
Or is it both male and female?
So the first house right now is unisex. So it's going to be man and female.
Okay.
And I do have a link on our Facebook page and Instagram page on the grand opening if you want to RSVP or if you want the address. It will be on there. So you just click the link, put your name in, and then the address should pop up of where the grand opening is going to be.
Very good. Well, anything else you'd like to share with the public before we conclude?
So with Nina Haven, we need partnerships where we can partner with other organizations, anywhere from job, anywhere from clothing, anywhere where anything that can help the clients or patients have a successful life. Also, we're looking for other houses in Wilmington, Delaware. If you know any landlords or anybody that's willing to rent out to a program, that would be awesome. So anything that we can just expand Nina Haven and just continue to grow and bring awareness inside the community of Wilmington and Newark, Delaware.
Very good, very good. Well, it was a pleasure having you here. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, audience, for showing up, listening. Please pass this video around to anyone who is in the state of Delaware, and even for those who are out of the state, because donations can come from anywhere. Giving is never a limited process. We can give from anywhere. So before we go, I just like to make sure the audience has all your contact information in order for them to connect with you.
So you can contact me at Nina Safe Haven, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, Nina Haven _, and that's where they can meet me at.
Very good. So again, thank you all for watching. I'd like to thank my guest, Ms. Kiana, again for being here from Nina's Haven. And remember, there's no limit to how much we can give. So whether you're local here to Delaware or in the next neighboring state, please reach out, check out the website and social medias so that you can give from your heart. These are individuals who are going to be given a second chance to start their life, and so we can give. We can do more for those in our community. Thank you again for watching. I am Dr. Margo Lewis Jaw, and please be well and be safe.